pre-made video. Little spoiler. In the meantime, take a look at Skywarp. Just real quick. You know what? This platform really should be elevated. Whatever. So, honestly, I don't know where to start with this. Something that I just noticed, actually, is this looks like the top of the matrix of leadership. So perhaps there's going to be a sequel to Legacy? I don't really know. And if that's the case, I really hope that we get like a Legacy animated. I know that they're going through some legal stuff with that. And, you know, what about Cybertron? I mean, technically they did revisit Cybertron in Siege, but... I don't know what to say on that. I kind of like it, but I think it should have been visited a bit more, a lot like the G1. It's like we're returning to G1, especially with Beast Wars and stuff like that. Hold on a second. Anyways, so with the new Legacy sets, there's just an open window here. I hate it. Now, I get it that they're trying to, like, reduce plastic or whatever. And I totally get that. I'd be for that if people weren't so germy. I mean, specifically kids. Because they'll say, "Oh, mommy, I love this figure. It's my favorite figure. Look, I'll try to get him out." You know, and since there's like that little not strap, but like rubber band kind of thing right there, you can literally just cut that out and take out the figure. I've seen somebody do that with Ravage, Studio Series Ravage on Twitter. He bought the package he bought the thing first before taking it out, but it showed like they could totally do that, unfortunately, and I really don't like that. But I ordered this on Amazon, and this is actually my second one. I got a duplicate. The one that I posted on my Unity tab broke, kinda. So I got a new one off of Amazon. Anyways, first off, the first thing that I'd like to talk about is the box art, man. I mean, whoever is getting paid to make the box art on these needs a raise. There's no box art on here except for this. So here he is. God, this needs light. Hold on a second. Honestly, as you can see here, well, actually, as you can't see here, now you can see he has like a tuning fork looking thing. That's his Energon warp fork, I think it's called. Let me double check that. In the meantime, I'm just going to shine some light right here. No, right here. While I check that. Okay, I'll just go on my thing here. Sorry about the moving light. I'm using my phone here. TF Wiki. I just need to, as soon as this thing loads, there we go. Now I just need to look at the Legacy section. Wait, put the light back on there. Sorry. Skywarp. Let's go all the way here. Yeah, Energon warp fork. Honestly, it looks like a futuristic tuning fork. I know exactly what they're doing here. If you were to collect these 3 core class figures, you'd be able to make this sword. And honestly, I get the marketing behind that. It kind of infuriates me, but it's kind of smart at the same time. It's one of Hasbro's gimmicks. We'll just put it that way. And as for the F-15, on the box that is just incredible. And I like the wear on the Autobot symbol here. That's just really cool. Despite him being a Decepticon, and back then, before Legacy, there used to be either an Autobot symbol if there's an Autobot, if it's an Autobot, or a Decepticon symbol if it's a Decepticon. Now, on to the unboxing. And yes, I turned off the light. Time to actually get the figure out. So, let me just do a really cool off-camera ballet song flip to open it. Let's see here. Where did I cut this originally when I first got it? God, I feel like an idiot now. Right here, I think. Yeah, should work. Do now. Okay. Easy as pie. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's get into the figure here. So as you can, okay, whatever. We'll just go ahead and get this out of here. I need my knife, of course. Gotta be careful with this one. Now for the legs, as you can see, there's a really tight squeeze there. But I can just get my blade in between his leg to cut that rubber band. I guess this is rubber band. I mean, it's elastic. Anyways, now let's get the figure out. There we go. So, one thing that that Hasbro, well, not Hasbro, but the instructions tell you to do is to kind of fold his wings back just a little bit, like that. I know exactly how to transform this guy from first getting the other one, and it's the same as the core class Starscream. It's essentially a repaint of that, like all other Seekers. But, yeah. I'll get on his, I guess I'll do his transformation. But, as you can see here, it looks like he has the power. Anyways, first this seriously looks like a tuning fork. It's a melee weapon of some kind. I really don't know how this would work, and we won't know how this would work because there was going to be a show to accompany this, but Netflix turned it down. So, we won't know. So now, he can literally bonk people, bonk other Transformers on the head. Bonk. Kind of ridiculous, honestly. Doesn't even look sharp. It reminds me of the Techno Blaze. Do you guys remember that from Ninjago? Oh my god, Ninjago rebooted. Whenever they first had the Techno Blades, it was just gold. Like, they didn't know what it was until it was activated. Man, I love Ninjago rebooted. That was my favorite season, honestly. So, on this transformation, I really don't need the instructions to do this. I mean, it would say what order to do it, but honestly, whenever you're this experienced and you've transformed your core class Starscream so much that you know exactly what you're doing, you really don't need the instructions. I know that sounds really bad and really childish, I guess. Look at get my fingernail under there. I have short fingernails because, well, I'm a guitarist, so you open up his chest like you're about to do surgery on him. Say, take this out like you're ripping off his head, except you don't. Transformation isn't, I wouldn't say it's complicated, but it's not exactly easy. Also, I have no idea how I'm going to do the transformation on, like, stop motion transformation. In fact, the reason why I haven't put up the Transformers stop motion is because, well, I really don't have a background. The only background that I have is this thing. I've been using it for 3 years, or however long my channel's existed. This is the first video that I made. My second video, actually, was stop motion. And I used that background because that was the only thing that I had. It's the only thing that I still have. Now, granted, I do have some of the packaging from the other bigger figures that I could use, but I probably use that. I'd probably limit using that because you just see that everywhere. For some reason, this is the last step in the instructions, I think, actually. Either way, here is his F-15 mode. I honestly really like F-15s. I think they're cool. Anyways, whenever it comes to mass shifting, Prime is bigger. Honestly, Hasbro, just why? 2 core classes. Prime is bigger. Why? Just why? And of course, this Energon warp fork goes on the bottom. Like that. Kinda ridiculous. Something that I really wish that they would put in is null rays. He's lacking null rays. Instead, we got a tuning fork. But, yeah. The same pros and cons would apply with Starscream. Well, not exactly. It pretty much has the same flaws as Starscream since it's a repaint of Starscream. Except for the Energon warp fork and the null rays. Honestly, whenever they come out, if they come out with Thundercracker, a core class Thundercracker, you bet your booty I'm buying that. I would totally buy that. Also, with the Energon warp fork thing, I have no idea how he's going to use that melee weapon. I mean, here's how I imagine this will go. Like, he's gonna have to, he's flying, teleport, do that, teleport away, and be all like, I'm sorry, be all like,
That guy got hit in the head with a coconut!
So, yeah. Besides the Energon warp fork and the lack of null rays, I'd say this is a pretty good figure. So, yeah. I really hope that that you enjoyed this. And the reason why I'm kind of slow to talk is because it is 2:15. It is the only time that whenever the house is quiet. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.